Okay. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Um, so what I was saying was, I'm in this place where, anybody who's ever hurt me for any reason, whatever their reason may be, I forgive them. If there's anybody who watches me, or you've been keeping up with me because, maybe we're supposedly at odds now, or maybe we were cool once upon a time and we're no longer cool, or maybe you dislike me because of something that someone you care about said, how something appeared, but for whatever reason you felt inspired to, perceive me as problematic. I forgive you guys. I forgive you. Like, and I don't knock anybody and the decisions that they've made at my expense. I forgive you. Um, I'm grateful that people who were in my life I wish y'all the best. Um, I just really feel like, my family, anybody that I've ever loved, and anybody that I don't even know, okay? But they felt the need to harm me in any way. I wish y'all the best. I truly mean that. If whatever decision that y'all have made at my expense has made y'all happier, I wish you the best and I forgive you. I genuinely feel like I want everybody to have, I want, I honor, I don't know, like, oh God, get me through this, what I'm trying to say. If the people whom you've chosen, and if that choice required hurting my feelings in any way, I respect your decision. I respect everybody's decisions that they've made. Um, period. I think it's a beautiful thing for people to have um, environments or circles or communities they feel where they feel supported, they feel cared for. Okay, whether that may entail, you having to find out about secret enemies or like hidden motives somewhere down the line. If I was guided by the divine to share anything with you that illuminates some type of truth and by that truth, you know, anybody felt like they needed to harm me, I forgive you. No, this is just in general. Actually, yes, I've been rejected by a lot of people. I've been rejected by first family, and you know, so this message is really for anyone who has harmed me and they didn't really know what they were doing. That's the caption if you have comprehension and understanding. um I'm not in a relationship. I haven't been in a relationship for like 2 years. So no, if that's what you're alluding to, no, I haven't been rejected in that way. But I've experienced a lot of rejection, and I've rejected a lot of people, places, and things myself. Um, and so yeah, you know, I genuinely think it's a beautiful thing for people to have communities, environments, and friendships and family where they feel safe and supported. That's all that I'm saying with this message. And I understand how confusing and how hard and how difficult it can be to separate from people, where it seems that they create a lot of, I guess, a sense of protection, okay, even if it's unhealthy. Um, I'm cool with that. You know, I am cool. I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. Malediction, a wish for harm to someone else. So there's somebody, of course, well, I expected someone to come on the chat with the intent to harm me. Okay, I expected that. I'm used to it. And again, and I forgive you because I know, I know what I get to have access to in this lifetime, and I'm grateful to be who I am and receive the blessings that I receive that I don't always speak about because it's not for everybody to know. Um, because some of those blessings, I'm telling you, it's like some people would think it's a crime, you know, like the kind of blessings that I get to experience. So, to whom much is given, much is required, right? So, if it's required for people to feel like they need to use me to help themselves feel better about themselves, or I guess feel more loved, and that's just a part of your journey of like self-love and self-discovery, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with whatever you've done. I am okay with that, and I forgive you. I forgive you. um I know I'm a very strong person, and I know my effect, my impact, my influence. So even with the type of mentality that I have and like the kind of confidence that I have, you know, a lot of people don't have it, and it's really sad. Um, I'm not the person that has to do harm to another person or orchestrate harm for somebody just to feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm aware that I attract a lot of people who feel like they need to compete with me, or, you know, not play fair and stuff like that to feel good about themselves. And that's okay. I'm telling you, you can have that. I forgive you. If you're experiencing some type of karma, I can do nothing about that. You're going to still have to experience that. But I do want you to know that I do forgive you. And I wish you the best. I genuinely do. Because how I'm adapting and choosing to navigate and maneuver moving forward. If anybody was like able to gain any ammo or fuel from contributing to some type of harm in my life, if your goal is to make that extend as long as possible, then I wish you the best. And you know, I'm okay with being that person that has those critical, crucial, gory premonitions and dreams, and just being able to see things and see how things are going to go. I'm not ashamed to put my hurt on display, you know, to help other people. Just like the person who was supposed to, like this person right here, who was one of the people that I also forgive, because you don't know, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know who you're talking to. And apparently you don't know what's you don't know what's coming for you. You feel me? So there's a time where I spoke about how there's been people who've done things to me and I've gotten to see their karma, okay? And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. But I don't knock y'all friend group. I don't knock y'all teaming up together to support, whatever lie or whatever false narratives about me, because that helps y'all feel empowered. Kudos to you. And I'm not even like, it's like, I feel like there's going to always be an element of sarcasm, because in actuality, it is very ignorant behavior. But at the same time, I feel like I'm coming from a mentality of an elder spirit, where again, like I said, friendship is a beautiful thing. So definitely have each other's back. I think y'all should definitely have each other's back. Okay, even if that means y'all want to gang up on one person. At the end of the day, there are lessons that are going to come with that. And I just wish y'all the best through those lessons, because a lot of people don't succeed or do well with being edified. You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all the best, because I hope y'all don't fall into avenues where you resort to degrading yourself eventually when things get tough, like how y'all have witnessed things get tough for me, and how y'all witness some other people. Not everybody doesn't handle conflict and betrayals and a series of betrayals the same way. Everybody don't come out of that, whole within themselves. It's easy to distract yourself with people, places, and things. It's not easy to really, go within and create an atmosphere within self that you can always retreat to, instead of always creating plans to escape from yourself, And I'm grateful that I'm not that person who has to, I'm always looking for, how can I escape myself? Like, I'm not that person. I'm the person that escapes within myself. And that's just, not everybody resonates with that. You feel me? And so I don't knock y'all for even, the videos that I have of me crying, because, like girl said, LeBron James, Yes, his name is James. If you're talking about the guy that I was recently talking to, that I'm still healing from that situation because it was very heartbreaking. I forgive him. I forgive y'all. You feel me? Like, I ain't mad at y'all. I'm not hating. You get what I'm saying? I accept what happened. That's just that. I accept everything that happened. I forgive every single one of you, okay? Including you guys who will remain in the shadows because y'all some punk bitches. But I forgive y'all. You get what I'm saying? And live your life. Live your best life, okay? Live your best life. I think that's very beautiful. I feel like at the core of who I am, I've kind of always been okay with taking that back seat in regards to seeing other people happy. Okay. Not saying that I always do, because I'm a person that lives according to balance, and because of the seeds that I sow, it's inevitable for me to, experience justice through and throughout my life. So if you're wondering, no, I have not spoken to James. If you guys are over here trying to figure out what's going on there, me and him have not spoken. We don't talk. Okay? So you're okay. If you want confirmation that whatever y'all been doing to create that separation, yes, we are separated. Yes, we do not communicate. I mean, I don't really know what you guys like what do you guys want? What do you want? Like, yeah. Me and him do not talk. And I'm saying this because I'm aware of the people that's connected to him who, once they found out about me, they did everything they possibly could to separate us. Okay? I haven't reached out to him. He hasn't reached out to me. Y'all are okay. Okay? Relax. Okay? Go ahead and take a shot to that, or whatever y'all do. Celebrating that type of energy, like, do what you gotta do, I guess. If y'all was looking for confirmation and, oh, get on, hey, she's on live and she's crying, yeah, rally them up. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, so getting back to the main message. What the fuck? Like, of course I'm gonna cry about things that's hurtful. That's how a person heals. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not going to suppress energy and drink and drink and drink, or attention seek like most of you hoes do in order to cope. I don't have to resort to superficiality to cope. I don't have to resort to self-damaging or self-destructive behaviors to cope. I cope, the way a being is supposed to cope, when you purify yourself or rid yourself of toxicity. Y'all know more than anybody else, since y'all contributed to the toxicity and orchestrated the toxicity, how toxic it was. Okay? And how I was literally being targeted and I was on the other end of that. So, what the fuck? Like, y'all are weird, but I still forgive you. Because I forgive you because y'all don't know what y'all doing. You feel me? Like, y'all just, whatever, like, YOLO type shit. Whatever, bro. Like, I don't know. But, that shit crazy telling me. Yeah. If I was to, use my mom as an example, and I love my mom, and my mom loves me. My mama prayed for me, okay? I'm my mother's only daughter. But my mom has made mistakes, and my mom has done a lot of good things as well. But I will say something that, if anything, put me in a space where I feel like there will be times where I need to put distance between me and her. It's because of, things that she's still that she's evolving from, okay, within herself, that was imprinted upon her sometime in her lifetime or when she was younger, you know, possibly even by my grandmother or by people who hurt her or people who projected onto her. You know, my mom was known as like the girl that all the guys wanted, you know, when she was younger, and she didn't give a fuck. Like, she was just that type of person. Like, she was very beautiful, but she wasn't pressed about being beautiful. But, you know, y'all know how that is, like, especially divine feminines. Like, there's other people who would be more pressed about a girl being beautiful than some girls who are actually beautiful and they're content. And in a lot of cases, the girls who are content and they're not overly attention seeking, and you know, they can be extremely beautiful but still be low key and still, you know, pop out, you know. But either way, it doesn't put them in this egotistical space. You know what I'm saying? And that's because in a lot of cases we've experienced pros and cons to our beauty. It's so crazy how my mom, who's, you know, still married to my dad, one of the stories that always stick with me when they were in their courting stages is, you know, my mom and dad, they used to work together. And there were other guys on their job that wanted to, you know, talk to my mom. And they were supposed to be my dad's friends. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they still, you know, wanted to shop with my mom. So my mom told me this story about how some guys at work who was supposed to be my dad's friends basically told him a lie about my mom to get my dad to kind of like shun her or like act funny with her, like give her the silent treatment, stonewall her. And so being that they worked together, on her break, my mom will always like go over to his area, like just to, you know, chop it up with him because that was her boyfriend. And she said my dad just ignored her. Like, he didn't say anything to her. He acted like she wasn't there. She said she just was like, oh, well, okay, and walked away, went on about her business. She didn't make a big deal about it. And I always admired that about my mom. My mom's a Scorpio. I always admired that about her. Because my mom is just as like loving and emotional as me. And the reason why I know that our souls aligned in this lifetime is because, you know how they say Taurus and Scorpio, or like your opposite sign, your sister sign or whatever, in a lot of ways are very similar. But you still have like very distinguishing differences. But it's like you guys are able to balance each other out. Me and my mom are both very telepathic. I'm saying, like, and that's really how it should be, or how it is in most cases between parents and their children. You know, there's going to naturally be a telepathic bond unless there's some type of, you know, extreme trauma, okay, to really sever that or create some type of disconnect, or the parent is detached. You know what I'm saying? So my mom wasn't necessarily detached at all. Well, my mom had traits about her. Okay, like when it comes to emotionality, my mom used to didn't really like that lovey-dovey shit when we were younger. My mom used to kind of respond like kind of squeamish. You know, like if I would hug on her and be all on her, stuff like that. But my mom obviously like loved me, and loved me and my brother. You know, she was just a certain way because of things she experienced or trauma she experienced growing up. But my mom was still very protective, you know, very strict, you know, like she was one of those mothers. So, that story, you know, the fact that my mom could like be so quick and just be like, okay, whatever. I admire that about her, you know? Whereas someone like me, like if I deeply love someone and I'm deeply involved, and this person out of nowhere stonewalls me or ignores me and doesn't tell me why, because he didn't tell my mom why. He just ignored her when she thought she was cool. You know what I'm saying? The way she was able to just be like, fuck it, and walk away, and this most recent situation, I was more so like trying to get to the bottom of things, like, wanting to talk, like trying to get this person to just tell me the truth. And, I made several attempts to just have an honest conversation with this person, or get them to tell me what's going on, instead of just leaving me in the dark, but making decisions that hurt me. Okay? Taking actions that hurt me, but not telling me what's going on, even though the divine is revealing stuff to me. And maybe that was just a test for me to like just fully trust my gifts, okay, and fully trust the divine, because I already have a proven history of having dreams that ended up being true, or that come to pass, like across like different topics and different levels, and even things that didn't necessarily have nothing to do with me, dreams that was about other people. But then I would see these dreams come to pass, or people will come and confirm to me that my dream was true. So yeah. So it was definitely a test for me, for sure. Like, because to me, it's always a balancing act for me. My North Node is in Libra. I'm a Libra rising. So it's always a balancing act for me when it comes to those that I love, or things that I love, or places that I love to be, activities that I love to do. In the face of any kind of changes, it's always a balancing act for me. Like, that's just my approach to things. You know what I'm saying? That's my approach to warfare. That's my approach to confrontation. That's my approach to chaos. Like, it's making me think about this person I used to date when I was in high school. He had this ex-girlfriend. They was together for a long time, so I was kind of like his next, quote-unquote serious relationship. And that was kind of like my first quote-unquote serious relationship. But she was, I kept being told that she was saying all these things about me, she wanted to fight me, or what she was gonna do, like it's on sight when she see me. And so, me being an Aries Mars and Aries South Node, but a Libra rising and Libra North Node, I'm just like, okay, well, now I'm on the prowl for her. Like, well, I'm keeping an eye out for her, because it's like, okay, but I'm just gonna ask her myself. Like, I'm not really okay with the he say, she say. I want to hear from that person. So by the time I finally caught up with her, when we were going back to class from lunch, I literally, I just started walking with her and next to her as if me and her was cool. I wasn't being like, yeah, bitch, da da da. I'm not doing none of that. Like, I just, hey, just started walking with her. And I know that energy about me is very intimidating. I've grown to learn that. You know what I'm saying? That it comes out very intimidating, because it's almost spooky. Like, we're beefing. Like, why are you talking to me like all normal and stuff? So that's why whenever I give my perspective on confrontation or confrontational energy, it's very different than how a lot of people define confrontation, or how people try to make confrontation chaotic, or like it has to be chaotic to confront somebody or to confront a matter. And that's not true, and I guess I just have that inclination of understanding when it comes to confrontation, because I'm an Aries Taurus Cusp. I'm an Aries Mars. My eighth house is in Aries. Okay, eighth house is Scorpio. Secrets, mysteries, and decoding things, all that. And mine is in Aries. So I naturally just I don't know, like, I just have this totally different or deeper understanding when it comes to facing things head on, being confrontational. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when it comes to arguments, you know, an argument is not always, you know, la la la. You know, an argument can just be differences in opinions being discussed, you know, people exchanging biases, and, you know, it's a debate. You know what I'm saying? It's not always loud and chaotic, okay? So yeah, you know, I caught up with her and I was like, so what's up with you, you know, talking about you gonna beat my ass and stuff? Like, what's up with that? I'm walking her to class, you know, like, we look like we the best of buddies. Like, and the way she responded, like, like, it's like she was kind of giving me like the side eye, like she was kind of cringe, like it was giving cringe. But it don't have to be cringe, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, if you're spooked because you didn't expect me to confront you in this manner, that's totally understandable. I noticed that, you know, that's just one of those patterns with human behavior that I've noticed, okay, that I've kind of unpacked just from firsthand experience. But I don't know, like, I don't have any fear against feeling embarrassed or feeling humiliated from a situation or from a person, feeling heartbroken, feeling hurt. I mean, I didn't do shit. Like, why the hell should I feel disempowered, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what people want you to feel by orchestrating these type of, like, outcomes. You know what I'm saying? Why should I feel ashamed because somebody who moved in a way with me with the intent to gain my trust? You get what I'm saying? Like, they had every intent to gain my trust, like, for me to trust them. Why should I feel bad because this person ended up betraying my trust, or out of nowhere just switched up on me? Like, no, I don't feel ashamed about trying to get to the bottom of things or trying to pry the truth out of a motherfucker. Like, just get to the point, you know. And if you understand that truth or deception is imprisonment, like, I don't feel ashamed about trying to break out of a prison created by deception. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether that's something that I've initiated or somebody has initiated in my life, I feel like it's natural, you know, if you are being boxed in by something, or if you're being closed in, you know, to a space that is obviously uncomfortable and you don't deserve to be closed in, it's natural for you to want to break out or to grow out of something, you know? That's just that. You feel me? Like, excuse me. So yeah, I forgive y'all. You feel me? I forgive him. I forgive anybody who's ever hurt me, anybody who's ever betrayed me. And if I'm being totally honest, yes, it is difficult, you know. It's very difficult considering reconnecting with y'all. I'm not even gonna lie, because especially like in this situation where there was a community of people who really thrived off someone keeping me in the dark intentionally to hurt me. Okay, a true speaker, me being a true speaker and a true seeker and being an intuitive, okay, being somebody who really prioritizes clarity, okay, being very clear. You know, there were people who got off on me being in the dark about things and things being done behind my back, you know, and basically just trying to increase the intensity of the pain, you know, from that person, you know, just being deceptive, or, you know, treating me like I'm not worth the truth, when the only thing that this person has ever gotten from me is truth. You know what I'm saying? So it hurt. What he did hurt. What y'all did hurt. what people before y'all did hurt. What my family did hurt. It all hurt. It all hurts. And understand that it hurts because in a lot of ways, I mirror the type of love that God mirrors, that God gives. I don't think that it's easy for God to have to I don't think it's easy for God to have to give, you know, the lives that he created over to a reprobated mind just because they choose with their free will to prioritize deception opposed to the truth, to prioritize hate and dislike and distrust and envy and jealousy and covetousness and apathy, you know, imbalance and disharmony and discord and conflict and chaos. I don't think it's easy for God to have to watch those that he loved self-destruct or destroy themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not this cold ass person that just because people have owned exclusion from my life, or they've gained or they've earned me having to depart from them, or them even departing from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all in the attempt to destroy me, when it's kind of inevitable that they're also this is a form of self-harm for themselves. Okay, especially when I've done right by them. So it's beyond my vessel. It's the principle of things. The principle is, I was somebody who handled you with care, you know? And you decided to drop me on my face, stomp on me, kick me while I was down, and you've opened the door for other people to do it with you. To go as far as even harassing me for an extended period of time after damage has already been done. You get what I'm saying? Like, somebody that I was protective over, somebody that I prayed for, somebody that I've invested money, time, energy into, you know? Yes, like, yes, all of this, all together, not just that person, but this recent situation, yeah, it definitely was like the icing on the goddamn cake, I guess, like the cherry on top of the surmountable betrayals that I've experienced, you know, that I've just been conquering every single mountain, you know. It's almost like you're an expert in hiking, and so now you want to climb, or you put it on your list to climb Mount, what is it called, y'all? Mount Everest or something? The conditions are far more intense and severe. You know, now you're dealing with snow. Like, this ain't just no regular mountain that you hiking up that's steep. Now it's a steep mountain with snow. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? Some people die. Some people get lost. Like, so on my journey up a bigger, steeper mountain with harsher conditions, right? There may be times where I have to, like, kind of stop and be like, yo, I don't know if I can do this shit. Like, maybe I should just go back. You feel me? Like, maybe I should give up. You know, damn, like, I almost got attacked by a bear. Damn, like, oh shit, I'm running out of food. You get what I'm saying? Like, now I'm fasting. Like, yo, like, my partner, you know, they died, or shit, my partner tried to kill me so they can eat me. Like, I'm just saying, like, all the different possibilities, you know, that you can experience, you know, in that type of journey, like a journey that's like on a higher level. Okay. But one thing about it, I'm gonna get to the top of that motherfucker. I'm gonna get to the top of it. I'm gonna get to the top of it. I'm gonna get around it. I'm gonna get through the shit. That's one thing about it. That's one thing that I have a reputation of. Okay. So yes, it's gonna take me some time. I don't, and you know, let me not say that. How I feel right now is, I don't know if I can really trust a motherfucker right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even want to open up my heart anytime soon in that way. Like, my heart is open, but I don't know, if I'm being totally honest with y'all, I don't know if I really want to open myself to another romantic cycle anytime soon because of it. And I know that was the goal too. Now, one thing I do know is that I am open to love. I am open to a divinely orchestrated, divinely timed, romantic, platonic, you know what, I'm always open to that. And the thing about it is that it's ever like manifesting all around me. Like, it's manifesting, like, especially like with the platonic business, you know, connections or whatever. So the goal of evil was for me to close my heart off completely. No, my heart is not closed off, but my boundaries are more strict. You know, I am more careful. I'm more careful about who I open my heart up to. I'm even more selective now. Like, I'm even more vigilant now. Like, you get what I'm saying? But no, none of my chakras are blown out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what this is. If anything, I'm more powerful than I've ever been in my entire life. You know? But yeah. So that's why, you know, I forgive y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgive y'all. You know, that silver lining energy, right? I don't have no children. Out of the betrayals that I've experienced and stuff like that, nobody has trapped me with a child. My phone overheated, you guys. But yeah, like I was saying, I have not been married yet, nor divorced, you know. In essence, what I'm saying is, I'm free as fuck. It was 44 just now. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. Like, I'm not restricted. Like, I'm able to make a good amount of income. You get what I'm saying? Like, money. Without having to be on nobody's schedule. Like, I have the freedom. Basically, I can service 2 clients, 3. Listen, God has put me in a position to do noble work in my life, you know, that aligns with who I am at the core. And if I really wanted to get back into that hustle energy that I do have, like, I can tap into that. If I wanted to, like, for example, today, I could have made $1,000 today if I wanted to. You get what I'm saying? But like, if I really allow myself to work like the average person works in America, like an 8-hour shift, if I was to invest that amount of time, like in the type of work that I do now, I could easily make $1,000 a day. Like, that is the type of life that God has positioned me in. And I don't have to answer to nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't want to work for 2 days, 3 days, I have the freedom to do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, and so these people who felt like they was going to imprison me by stealing things from me, taking things from me, lying on me, creating lies, okay, creating, you know, situations for me to be rejected or betrayed, you know, sabotage when I was working for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things were intended to imprison me, restrict me, limit me. But in actuality, like, you know what I've been thinking about heavily lately? Like, I really can just put myself in a position, of course with the help of my spirit team, and move to another country and just say, you know what? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the experiences that I've had in that place, the people that I've experienced. Like, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really can do that. Hell, my daddy still paid for my car. You know what I'm saying? So, and I have no shame with that. I have no shame at all. I don't have to worry about a car note. I don't have to worry about this stuff. Like, there's other things that God has kind of excluded me from. You know, that most people, you know, they're caught in those cycles. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody call me and be like, yo, you have to go to work, or you have to, you know, be deployed. You have to do it. Can't nobody has the power to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hell, I'm not even imprisoned by substances. I don't feel like I gotta smoke weed. I don't feel like I gotta drink alcohol. I don't feel like I gotta attention seek. I'm not held to any of those slave masters. You get what I'm saying? So it's okay. You know, I forgive anybody who has caused me pain of any kind. I forgive you. I don't feel bad for being honest. I don't feel bad for being sensitive. I don't feel bad for being peculiar, being weird, being strange, you know. And what I mean by that is, you know, how people would say I'm weird because of, for example, because I read tarot cards. You get what I'm saying? Or people would say, I'm weird because I do have these dreams, and I do have very telepathic, intuitive nudges and stuff. Like, and people would say that people may call me a witch. You know, people may say all type of things. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am, you know, and I'm grateful that I'm not imprisoned by, I know who I am. You get what I'm saying? I know who I am. I know who I am. Y'all see? Hold on. I know who I am. So I'm not restricted or imprisoned by people's validation or people's acceptance of me. You know, so exactly what that person just said. I'm not somewhere like nobody. Yo, this shit is deep, bro. Like, why not forgive y'all? You get what I'm saying? I'm not somewhere hanging on a tree, you feel me, by a noose. I'm not, paralyzed. I'm not stinking. I don't got no STDs. I don't got HIV. I escaped every single betrayal. You get what I'm saying? Like, I overcame every single betrayal. And the condition that I am in after all those betrayals, bro, I have my whole life ahead of me. I survived the shit and came out with wisdom, more protection, more clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things that's coming out in social media, right? HIV rates and stuff like that. I'm not imprisoned by that, and I'm grateful. So, yes, hell yeah. I mean, look, I'm going to tell y'all this, because I'm going to tell you how these hoes think, who call themselves, trying to, my love life and shit, right? Hell yeah, the dick was good. What you mean? Yeah. Yes, the dick was amazing. The sex was amazing. Like, what do you mean? The sex was amazing. I'm talking about him fucking me, missionary, kissing my feet while he's fucking me. I'm just saying, kissing my feet like the true empress that I am. Yes, we made some good ass love. What do you mean? Yes, I miss him. Yes, I love him. I still love him. All this shit hurt, and I still love him. But I don't know if y'all have noticed. Y'all see me by myself often, right? There's a lot of people I love that I still walked away from. There's a lot of people that I love with my whole heart, and I don't even talk to them anymore. Okay. May not be the last. And I hope that when y'all watch me, or when these people, these karmic energies watch me, and they stalk me, and they keep up with me, I hope that y'all are able to learn from my life, or learn from people constantly trying to persecute me. I hope y'all are able to learn from my life. When y'all find yourselves in the same situations and scenarios that I've overcame. I forgive y'all, because a lot of you guys are not going to overcome it. And it's very unfortunate. I don't know if you've noticed, look around in the world around you, a lot of people do not survive these trials and tribulations. And one thing about life and death, it does not care about your age. One thing about trauma, it does not care about your age. There are souls that come into this world and they're sacrificed as babies. As babies. Because someone in their family or their parents were deceived, or they chose evil at their expense. Like, what the fuck? Imagine, what if I was also supposed to be sacrificed? And here I am, still here. Still here. Everybody cannot say that right now. I'd rather escape that toxic community, that toxic work environment, that toxic friend group, that toxic living situation. I'd rather survive the harassment, the humiliation, the bullying, all that shit. I'd rather escape, find the way of escape, and cry that shit out, and cry in front of thousands of people. I'd rather do that than to choose to remain attached to hidden or known enemies for validation, acceptance, out of fear of loneliness, out of fear of rejection. Okay, like a lot of you hoes, like a lot of you niggas. And that's how y'all lose y'all fucking life. That's how y'all lose y'all mind. That's how y'all lose y'all dignity. Me crying over some hurtful shit, that does not make me weak. The fact that I escaped and overcame, and I'm still here to even be able to cry about the shit, while in the same mind, the same spirit, the same energy, none of you hoes can really fuck with me for real. None of y'all bitches is really seeing me for real. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally. None of y'all is seeing me for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of those people that just because somebody famous, just because somebody got a celebrity status, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna sell myself out, or I'm gonna, you feel me, like I'm gonna bow down. I'm not one of those people. You know, I feel like one of the tests, if you are somebody that's meant for some type of fame and go viral, or you attract a lot of attention, or you have influence, right? I think one of the tests is how the divine, or even Satan, will put you in alignment with a celebrity, somebody who's known, okay, a big name in our, in our culture. That's a test that so many people fail. Motherfuckers will be on here acting like they so spiritual, they so woke, they so this, they so that, and put them in the room with celebrity. This whole celebrity could just be a whole demon. But because that person is a big time name, a celebrity, they got hella money, they will fold easily. Just because this person is a fucking celebrity. I'm not one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of them. I'm just not. I'm not. Y'all realize that the career field that I'm in, I can easily cross paths with celebrities. I've already crossed paths or serviced people who are well known or have big names. You know what I'm saying? I treated them how I treat all my clients. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Damn, yeah, I got a message. Y'all. And it's 9:09 when I got this message. Let's talk about certain lifestyles and rituals that people submit to, or that people choose with the intent to, okay, after you get through this, or after you do this, you're going to be able to retire earlier. You're going to be able to, chill. Like, for example, OnlyFans. If you do OnlyFans for a couple months or for a month, you're going to be able to, like, retire from, you're going to have all this money, Y'all know what it is for true children of God, like true divine beings? What it's really like for us, our process, is how we endure and navigate and constantly overcome and, master spiritual warfare, mental warfare, emotional warfare, and overcome it. early on. Like, I'm saying, like, from childhood to adolescence to early adulthood. Okay, for the real, like, I'm saying, like, for the real ones. You get through all that shit. You know, you have your own version of the real ones, you have your own version of humiliation rituals and being tested and being tempted, being baited, being lured, all of that. So imagine going through all that early because you're aware, because you're conscious, okay? Overcome that, and then God give you a life for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? As a reward where you get to retire early. But not by what most people typically do. Like, oh, I'm going to join the military because I'm going to be set for life. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't have to do that. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that. But personally speaking for myself, I don't have to do that and not only achieve the same results, but then some. Like, I'm going to take a step out on faith when it comes to my creativity, when it comes to the arts, you know, my artistic ability. I'm going to take that leap of faith when it comes to my divine gifts and, you know, who I believe myself to be and the power that I have. I'm going to lead a life, you know, utilizing my anointing. And I'm going to achieve the same results, if not, honestly, more, bigger, and better. Watch me do it. Watch me do it. And when you see it ever unfold, I want you to come back to these videos right here like this. I want y'all to come back to these videos when I was up here crying. When y'all see me in hustle mode, all these last few videos, y'all been seeing me just in work clothes. I want y'all to come back to these videos. Mark my fucking words. Mark my fucking words. Because when I say I believe in the divine that bad, that much, I believe in my spirit team and the ancestors that much, I believe in myself that fucking much, bro. I do. I do. And the fact that I believe and I have this unshakable faith in who I am and in the divine that is maintained even in the face of harassment that I don't deserve, hate being thrown at me left and right that I don't deserve. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, the hate, it only comes from individuals who don't really know me for real, or they don't know themselves, or they don't know God for real. Because if you did, you would practice discernment, okay, and you wouldn't mistreat somebody who does not deserve it. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like understanding all of this, if you're really a true divine being, you should never at any time like really feel like defeated by these people who are ignorant, because that's what it is ignorance. Imagine how these karmic motherfuckers who hopped on here because they saw me crying or some shit, or they took their little jabs in the chat, imagine how they feel to see how the video started off, to see how the video is going with the gems that I'm still dropping, that they can't even fathom because they're not on this level of intuitive intelligence, emotional intelligence, and competence. They're not even on this level. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hey, she's live, and just for me to still be dropping gems. I mean, I am who I am type shit. I am who I am. I am who I am type shit. I mean, isn't that what y'all was after, for me to leak some energy, leak some abundance, leak something, drop some gems? Okay? Y'all wanted these things, right? Y'all wanted these things. Y'all thought y'all was gonna finesse and finagle and steal this shit, or y'all was gonna take me out or get me to take myself out and take it that way. Nah, but nah. How about how about I just share it with you? How about I just hand it to you? You know what I'm saying? Because there's more than that. There's more than where that come from. Okay? It's a whole lot of in this motherfucker. Like, that's what it's giving. Why? Because I'm gonna remain in this high priestess energy. Period. Just saying. It's like, if I have this prosperous garden, okay, if I know that blueberries grow in abundance, I don't mind giving y'all some blueberries, bruh. And honestly, nature, you know, is naturally reciprocal to nature. You know what I'm saying? So, as somebody who owns land and will own more land where produce has been growing on this land ever since I was a fucking kid, I know that blueberries, if a bird takes a blueberry and flies, you know, in another area within that land, and it happens to drop that blueberry, another blueberry shrub is going to grow. And before you know it, you started off with 4 blueberry shrubs. Now there's 9 blueberry shrubs. You get what I'm saying? So it's okay. Even if y'all came over, even if y'all caught yourself sneaking to, you know, take some blueberries off my shit, bruh, it's okay, because there's more than where that came from. Y'all's source may be gossip and humiliation and lying and destiny swapping. That may be y'all's avenue of gaining stability, security, or maintaining it, or even a certain reputation or how you're seen. Mine is directly from source, the divine. And it's not changing. I don't care. I don't care if that nigga call me right now and say, fuck you. Fuck you. I never loved you. I never cared about you. None of that. I'm gonna cry. My feelings gonna be hurt. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's not changing shit. It's not going to, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm about to kill myself. Why the fuck would I do that? God love me. God don't hate me. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Still protected. That shit crazy. You know, a lot of times I talk about self-sufficiency and self-sustainability, and how I have this vision that I want to align with tribe along my journey, where we can kind of create this community where we can basically create a homeschool for our own children. And whatever like we are inclined in, you know, on an expert level or educational wise, we kind of just cycle our children through each other's houses, you know, as classes. Like, if there's someone who's really, really good with teaching agriculture, if there's, you know, a tribe member that's really, really good with teaching like technology or understanding technology and using technology, you know, for a righteous advantage. If there's somebody who understands like herbs, like, you know, herbology, like even like going like, you know what I'm saying? If there's somebody who's musically inclined, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody who's really good with just teaching wisdom. Like, I want to create this type of culture, community, like with my legacy. Like, and I know when I look around me, like, I see the vision unfolding and unraveling because of what I see in the people who are actually living out their legacy. You know what I'm saying? However, I also see around me the demonic possessions and the demonic conditioning that so many people are consumed by. I also see that too. With that being said, I know that what I'm creating is gonna take some time. I gotta make sure that I maneuver and navigate and survive, and you get what I'm saying? So I can manifest that not only for my legacy, my children and their children and their children, but for my ancestry and my heritage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm honoring them. I'm honoring my womb. I'm honoring my every seed in my body. I'm honoring, my husband before he's even here. This is my mentality, and this is how I operate. That's why I know I'm not just gonna fuck off just because I'm lonely. What hell? And honestly, I don't even resonate with loneliness anymore. I don't feel lonely. I don't feel lonely. I don't resonate with that word because I'm somebody who naturally, like, I'm okay with myself. Like, I love myself. I like myself. I actually like myself. I feel like there's so many things to do. Like, there's so many ways you can add to yourself, and there's other values of life outside of being up under people all the time. You get what I'm saying? Like a good book, a nice video, you feel me? Like, shit, creating something like with my own talents and gifts and thoughts. There's so much to do all the time, every day. And then in between, you get to rest, sleep. Sleep is so nice. Oh my God. I know y'all. I know I'm giving Taurus. Right. Exercise. Eating. I'm giving Taurus big time, bro. Like, oh my God. And some people not gonna like this, but I'm about to say it. Even if it really got that damn bad, we even have the ability to please ourselves. I'm just saying, if it really got to it like that, like, if it really got, I'm gonna do that before I go and just fuck with somebody just to be fucking them. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank God that I have the wisdom and the understanding, okay, in regard to sexual energy and how that is directly tied to prosperity and abundance. So I'm not just gonna be recklessly, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. Not doing that. That makes no goddamn sense. That makes no sense, bro. Hence why people feel a sense of emptiness, after they have like some type of detached or disconnected ass sex. Like, yeah. Yo, what if the elders, the reason why they say making love versus having sex, what if sex is just like, think about sex spelled backwards, or just think about if you rearrange the letters of sex, SEXEXS, X's, opposed to making love. In a lot of cases, if it's just sex and that's all it is, that person is going to become an ex, or somebody who's an example, a lesson, you feel me? Or, somebody that's going to be, it's not going to really materialize into something. You know what I'm saying? So why waste your time like that? You know? Why waste your energy like that? And if we know your dick and your pussy can create life, why the fuck are you just recklessly, you get what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense. Because it's now you have to ask yourself, what am I giving life to if I sleep with somebody and I really don't give a fuck? I really don't like the person for real. I don't give a fuck about them. Hell, probably not even attracted to him like that, but they got a fat ass. He got a big ass dick, or shit, he got money. And that's why some niggas don't like me too, because they can't buy me with money and materials. So I got niggas that got rejected by me, who don't like me and who prey on my happiness and my love life because oh my God, I love the confirmation. Ain't that something? Is that the big emperor behind the empress? How I own my power type shit. My boundaries. The fuck? I treat this shit real sacred. Cause I know I know what she do. The fuck? And if it's unaligned, I'm not in the business of creating no goddamn sociopaths or psychopaths. I'm not trying to have no nigga out here trying to kill me because I ain't really want him and we was just fucking and that's all it was supposed to be. But I done fed or gave life to some shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker still got demons that he hasn't overcome or conquered, and I done gave life to the shit by giving him my yoni. Like, hell no, I ain't trying to be in no situation like that. You live and you learn, man. Shit. Hell no. Ooh, Lord have mercy. And I'm gonna share this with y'all. I remember, like, I was really, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, the last person I was with, I was, like, hooked. Like, I'm telling you, what? Whoa. The love making was just out of this fucking world, bro. It was out of this fucking world, bro. Like, it was out of this fucking world, bro. It's like, are we still on planet Earth? During? And everything was just authentic. Everything was so organic. Like, I'm saying I'm a whole female. And he moaning and calling out he moaning my name type shit. Like, shit was good. Okay? Mutually. It was mutually good. It wasn't no one-sided shit. It wasn't somebody faking, you know what I'm saying? Like, to please the other person. It was mutually pleasing. You know what I'm saying? Through and through. And not even just physically, but like mentally, emotionally, like all of it. Everything. All of our bodies was making love. Not just our physical flesh, but all of our emotional bodies, our ethereal, every bit of us was making love. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, oh my God, like, ooh, man, experience something like that, bro. You can, like, maybe you can, like, start to feel like, and like, I want to feel something like that again. Like, you know, you try to move on and stuff, but it's like, oh, it's not giving. It's not giving. Like, it's not that. You feel me? Like, I ain't even gonna cap. Like, I think what was happening was that I missed companionship. I wanted somebody to talk to. Okay. I wanted to experience that sensuality, that intimacy. I thought I wanted sex. I thought I wanted to feel a man penetrate me. But in actuality, yeah, nah, like, I'm really not fucking with you. I don't want you. I'm not into you. I'm not interested in you. So yeah, I changed my mind. You can imagine how that would piss a nigga off. Confession, I did that to somebody before. Like, I thought that's what I wanted, but it's not really what I want. I had to be real with myself. What I really was missing at the time, y'all, this is so funny. What I was really missing at the time was being penetrated. You feel me? I didn't really want the dude. Like, he was cool, you know, we was vibing in conversation and all of that. You know, it doesn't hurt y'all, because I told him from the get-go when he expressed interest in me that I was actively healing from another situation. I didn't really want anything. You know, I just wanted to talk to somebody. And he agreed with that. He acted like he was just on some friend shit, but it was that whole switcheroo bullshit. He acted like he wanted to really get to know me genuinely. Mind you, he's technically a stranger. And I'm a very honest person. I'm very transparent. Okay? That's why some niggas don't like me too. So he thought, like a lot of niggas think, it was gonna be one of those situations where, okay, well, we'll see about that. Okay. Yeah, that's what you say now. And only for him to find out that, no, I was serious as hell. Like, I don't know if y'all realize, but it's not just females that do love spells. Men do love spells on women as well. Okay? So it was a little more complicated. Y'all have to remember who y'all talking to. Yeah, like, take into consideration how I be talking and how, you know, the nature of my thoughts, and, you know, like I'm on a whole nother dimension, okay, with my perception of the world. So, meaning, if somebody's trying to get in with me nowadays, it's almost like higher, new levels, new devils type shit. Like, if I'm a high priestess and an empress, I'm going to attract warlocks. I'm going to also attract warlocks and sorcerers, and, you know, sorcerers wanting to combat me and take me out and compete with me, or dark or demonic high priestess and witches and stuff like that. These are the type of people that I'm coming up against, because, you know what I'm saying? So, oh, okay, bet. I feel you. But yeah, that nigga did a love spell on me. But again, I'm the divine high priestess. I'm the divine empress. I'm the divine alchemist. Like, that shit not gonna stick. You feel me? I already peeped the shit, seen the shit, did my due diligence to break the shit. Okay? And that's why it did not, you know, it did not go the way he was hoping it was gonna go. You feel me? And that, he was determined, okay? He was definitely determined, okay? But yeah, I gotta be careful with this shit. I'm telling you, masculine and feminine, divine masculines and feminines, we gotta be careful with this, okay? You gotta be careful, because we would drive a motherfucker insane out here. Motherfucker be out here trying to ruin you, sabotage your whole life, goddamn, vandalize shit, try to kill you, throw spells, okay? Plot on your life. This shit is serious, bro. You can't. So, to each their own. Those people who just be out here fucking and ducking and sneaking and geeking, casually and stuff like that, your shit ain't got no fucking power for real. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Right, you're dishonoring your unborn child. Exactly. Ain't no way that shit really that for real. If you just out here casually passing that shit around, ain't no fucking way, bro. And it's so crazy how so many people get caught up in that illusion that because they are passing it around, because they are passing it around, that must mean, oh, I got that. God. Okay. And this is not to say that, you know, some people don't get caught in, you know, get caught in that toxic cycle, especially if you've been exposed to any form of sexual assault, sexual abuse, okay? Because that's an exchange of a spirit. Excuse me. You know, and I'm saying, like, the type of revelational, like, perspectives that I be giving, like, a lot of people can't handle it. That's so crazy, bro. That was just on the 10 of Wands. Yeah. A lot of people can't handle You know, how God be having me see things through my eyes. Y'all know how some people, I'm gonna give y'all two scenarios of how if a person has been sexually assaulted, sexually abused or something like that, and that exchange of that perversion, that perverse spirit that attacked them or attached themselves to that person, one way it can manifest is that person becoming hypersexual. Another way it can manifest is if somebody was sexually assaulted by the same sex, that can manifest as homosexuality or bisexual energy within a person. That's one of the ways it can manifest, because it's a spirit. Somebody's attaching a spirit to that person. When I was 8 years old and my cousin basically ate me out and played with my vagina, and I was only 8, and that was the first time I ever felt anything like that. Bro, now I'm sneaking in my room, humping a doll baby or humping stuffed animals and shit like a fucking rabbit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never do this shit before. But now, you know what I'm saying? Like that's energy. Like that's spiritual attack. That's possession. And why is sexual assault like one of the most extreme forms of spiritual attack? It's because of how powerful it is, how intense it is. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get off you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get that shit off you, bro. Especially if you're not armed with the proper education about these things. And this is why God uses me to talk about taboo topics. But it makes me kind of like public enemy, because I'm willing to talk about it, or I'm interested in talking about the things that everybody want to cover the fuck up. And but I'm talking about it because this is how I've escaped certain shit. This is how I freed myself from these things that people are still suffering from. That's why I talk about it. That's why I talk about it. Because even with my cousin, you know, her doing that, mind you, she was a kid also. I had to, you know, find forgiveness for her, understanding that she was a kid, and the only reason she doing it to me is because somebody did it to her. Now the mystery is, who the fuck did it to her? That's the scary part. That's the part that I actually need to look into. I think I'm gonna revisit that and like explore and dig into that and see, like, okay, who did this to my cousin? Who attached this spirit to her? You know what I'm saying? And when you're a kid and you don't know any better, you just keep attaching it to other kids, or now you attaching it to your cousin. You humping your other cousin. Now you and this cousin humping. Now that cousin going and humping another cousin. You get what I'm saying? It just spreads like a plague. They don't like talking about this shit. They don't like talking about this shit. But that's the reality of things when it comes to spiritual warfare. That's how possession works. Everybody want to talk about COVID. Everybody want to talk about HIV. Everybody want to talk about like these physical parasites and these physical plagues and pandemics, and everybody want to talk about that. Nobody wants to really hone in on the spiritual diseases. Nobody want to talk about that. Oh, you should. What happens in the family stays in the family, but does it stay in the family? Because that same person can go and sleep with somebody outside the family and attach that same spirit of perversion to another person. Or somebody else ends up suffering outside of the family because now this person is perverted. This person is now a rapist because they've been raped. You know what I'm saying? Like, it manifests all type of ways. The fuck? And heavy emphasis on God said the truth. It sets people free. Which means the opposite does what? Keeps people imprisoned. Duh. So yeah, I might be passionate about, fighting for somebody that I know is keeping something from me, withholding a truth from me, omitting the truth, lying to me. Yes, I may put in a little more oomph in trying to get them to just speak up and tell me the truth. Yes, for a moment, I feel or I am imprisoned. Yes, when they do that. But it's not just me that's in prison, it's them as well. It's them also. This is who y'all talking to right now. I'm just saying. This is who y'all talking to right now. I'm just saying. The hell? Like I said, man, I get so triggered by people trying to project fear onto me. I don't like that. Like the other day, somebody was in my chat. You not scared of those cards? What? So, we should be afraid of images, is what you're saying? Huh? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Why would I be afraid of an image? So, should I be afraid of people posting photos of themselves all online? Should I be afraid of that whole phenomena of photographs and imagery, drawings, artwork? Because what's any different? What's different? There's nothing different about that. It's a divination tool. It's a art. It's a form of art. It's putting imagery to energy. It's about intentions. It's about how people use it and what's their intent behind how they use the cards. Yes, people abuse tarot. Not everybody. The fuck? There's a duality to things. There's a malevolence and benevolence to all things. Shit, some people need to be scared of their goddamn pastor. Some people need to be scared of them goddamn churches. And no, it's not all churches. Just because you've grown in spirituality and, you're spiritual and, you know what I'm saying? And so you don't go to church. There's nothing wrong with going to church. Ain't shit wrong about going to church. It's about the energy. It's about the people. It's about the intentions. It's about the pastor. Is the pastor upright? Or is he demonic? It's really that simple. And just because a person is Christian, just because a person is Catholic, just because a person is Baptist, does not mean they are of God. God said there are many false prophets. There will be many false prophets. Didn't specify where they are. Discernment, bro. Discernment is key, bro. Trust what you feel. Trust what you feel. Trust what you sense. If the energy feels, trust it. Or investigate it. That's even better. Investigate what you feel. Thoroughly. Thorough investigation. And if it includes a person, why the fuck would you exclude that person out of your investigation? What? You're doing yourself and that person a disservice. Hence, this, confirmation. Hence, somebody going to their friends that you don't even know, never had a conversation with, never sat in the same room with, none of that. Somebody going to their friends to consult about you, a stranger to them, and then don't even include you in the consultation about you, and it's you that's up for discussion. What sense does that make? That is straight ignorance. Shaking my fucking head. What? See? Doing themselves a disservice. What sense does that make? What sense does that make? You done imprisoned yourself, so now you can't even fucking apologize, and you know you was wrong. Ain't that something? You feel so shameful. You feel so guilty. You done imprisoned yourself. You imprisoned yourself with the lie. And I'm being guided to say this again. I've said it several times before. Just because somebody say they spiritual, that's not alluding to anything. That's not telling you anything. Everybody's spiritual. Everybody is technically spiritual. What is that actually saying? What does that actually mean if a person is spiritual? That is a vessel of spirits or a spirit. Whether that be evil or malevolent spirits or a spirit, or benevolent spirits or a spirit. That's what that means. That is all that means. I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. I got 333 tatted. I got my eye tatted. I got Nefertiti tattoo. Don't mean shit. Don't mean shit. Are you deceptive or are you truthful? Are you malevolent light or benevolent light? Are you malevolent dark or benevolent dark? For example, people can try and say, like a good example. Let's say motherfuckers think they supposed to be dark or whatever, malevolent dark, moving in the shadows, and this is supposed to be a disadvantage at towards a divine being. But that divine being, a real one anyway, is benevolent through and through in their yin and yang, their light and their dark, their sun and their moon energy, their masculine and their feminine. So the way that may manifest for us, our benevolent dark would be hermit energy in the upright, meaning we in the valleys too, we in the shadows too, we in the dream state too, we popping up on y'all too, with righteous intent, bringing justice, exposing the lie, exposing the plot, and deading the issue. Dispersing karma and judgment righteously. We can come in y'all territory type shit in a whole different way. A whole different way that y'all can't even tap into. And annihilate all y'all motherfuckers. And don't even have to put a finger on you. See, Yahweh is trying to put a finger on us. Trying to lure us and bait us and kill us and all of that, right? Drug us and all this. See, we can do more damage to you. And we don't have to lay a finger on your pretty little head. Not one. Now y'all looking around, oh shit, such and such got in an accident, oh shit, such and such got HIV, oh shit, such and such on their deathbed, oh shit, such and such lost their mama, oh shit. Yes, that's how it go down. So again, I forgive you. Because y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't even realize that y'all suicidal. Y'all don't realize who y'all fucking with. Y'all don't realize who y'all call yourself mocking. Y'all don't realize who y'all trying to humiliate. Y'all don't realize who you think you bully. Because I'm the ultimate bully of demons in this bitch. Y'all don't realize that I bully evil spirits out of people's body. Y'all don't realize who the fuck y'all dealing with. So I forgive you. And I cry. I cry. Not just because the shit hurt me, but because it's going to hurt you. And it didn't have to be that way. It didn't have to be that way. We don't like dealing with fake shit. We don't like having to deal with this shit. But we got to do what we got to do. We got to be responsible, right? We're not about to get caught lacking in this motherfucker, period. We got a legacy to uphold and build, right? And who the fuck are y'all? Who the fuck y'all think y'all? We got a legacy to build and uphold, right? Right? So who the fuck are y'all? Oh my God. Who? What I say? We got a legacy to build and uphold, right? Oh my God. Look at this shit. Oh my. We got a legacy to build and uphold and maintain and sustain. I love God so much, bro. What's so crazy about the 8 of Pentacles coming out, bro, right now? I literally was about to say, oh, you don't know what... When I seen the 10 of Wands, oh, you don't know... So you're going to use that hammer to try and bash somebody like Malcolm X in the head? Are you serious? We need him. He was so powerful that he's still powerful. His legacy, he still left oh my God. This is why legacy building is so crucial. Can your legacy outlive your vessel in this lifetime? Just saying. This, oh my God, this is going to be tough to say, but I'm going to say it. You have Whitney Houston, and then you have her daughter, right? Whose legacy was more sustained or is still sustained to this day between those two people? Whitney Houston, not her daughter. Everybody know about how, what happened to her daughter, how her daughter died, and then she's kind of forgotten about, and the only way she's remembered is because she's Whitney's daughter. I know that's kind of harsh to say, but these are facts. Young Dolph. Let's just think about these people who have, they're dead and gone. Like, let's compare. Let's think about somebody like Michael Jackson. Okay? Compared to Lil Snoop. Let's think about shit. There's so many examples, and the examples are there. Like, it's oh my God, bro. The examples are all around us. They're all around. I'm trying to get... So, what's that dude name? You got Nipsey Hussle. And then you got... King Von or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or speaker knockers. Right? Speaker knockers. Like, yeah, during the time, some of his songs, used to bop a little bit, whatever. Just saying, y'all. Just saying, bro. We gotta have, I mean, honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, that goddamn killing yourself because some people bullying you, some people humiliated you, some people, you know, somebody switched up on you and betrayed you, somebody that you was in love with, you know, broke your heart, you know, they going out sad shit behind these type of situations and becoming strung out, or, you know, now you want to, you know, get slutted out and just going out sad, bro. That's some weak ass shit. Like, I just, you know, I'm sorry for people who have lost people, bro. But it's really weak. And for the children, the youth, okay, who have taken their lives, okay, it's sad that their guardians, the people around them, their parents, even the teachers, anybody who is in guardianship to children, it's sad that we are not instilling in our children the ability to have a tough skin, okay? Like, by giving them, arming them with understanding and comprehension when it comes to why people pick on you, why people, you know, why people target you, and why. Like, give them some reassurance, like, arm them with strength, give them wisdom. It's sad, bro. It's sad. Motherfuckers be so quick to buy all these fucking labels and name brands for their children, okay, because they think that's supposed to prevent the children from being bullied at school. Why are you not arming your child with character development? Why are you not arming them with integrity? Why are you not arming them with understanding of social behavior, behavioral cues, universal? Why are you not arming them accordingly so that in the midst of them facing some type of public scrutiny or some type of hidden enemies in their friend groups or what, why are you not arming them accordingly so they can be strong-willed and strong-minded and withstand against the wiles of the devil? Why are we not doing this more often? I guarantee you there will be less suicide. I guarantee you. And because I just so happen to be one of those people that think like this, I'm not going no fucking where. I don't care what y'all bitches do. I don't care if y'all put a video online of this nigga fucking 5 bitches at one time. I'm not going no fucking where. I'll leave that motherfucker alone. I might even move across the country. But I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving my purpose. I'm not shitting on my legacy. I'm not shitting on my ancestry. I'm not doing none of that. Y'all just gonna have to be mad, bro. Y'all just gonna have to keep trying. And just keep robbing yourselves when I take that energy and alchemize it for my fucking self. Because that's what's gonna happen. Exactly. I feel like the reason why Yeshua's death was so brutal and so cruel, so harsh. You get what I'm saying? And the fact that we're taught about that resurrection after. Man. My phone about to die. Right, it definitely didn't have to happen. But it happened. Meaning, if people, you know, hurt and pain and agony. You gotta depart from everybody for a while, you know? Be single for whatever it takes, bro. Whatever it takes, bro. If they haven't been able to get you to the point of death, you can get through it. You can overcome that shit. Cry. Crying is actually healing. Imagine people trying to bully somebody for crying for something that's actually painful, but it rains. It rains. Nature rains. We're literally reflections of nature. And then what comes from nature raining? Growth, abundance, life. No, bitch. Y'all ain't isolate me. Y'all didn't ice me. Y'all can't sit with me. Y'all cannot sit with me. These karma motherfuckers cannot sit. They can't take you. They can't. They can't even fathom your wisdom. The fuck? And the fact that, confirmation, bro. The fact that your wisdom outshines every little thing that they do and put on display so that people can worship them and, view them as goals and whatever. They can't hang with you when it comes to your wisdom and your profound knowledge and your understanding and your comprehension. And they can't. Your impact, your effect, that does not require your flesh. They can't compete with that. And so they don't want you to be around. And then they want to create this narrative that, oh, you can't sit with us. Nah, bitch, you could never get up here to where I'm at. You can't come up here. Because it can only be approved by God, not your fake ass friends and community, bitch. Not no fucking likes and subscribes and comments, ho. God. The divine ancestors. Yeah. Y'all out here running rampant, okay? Completely disapproved by God, disapproved by your own ancestors. Your own ancestors don't even fuck with you, bitch. You know how many people out here worked against you, divine beings? Their ancestors don't fuck with them, but their ancestors fuck with you. That part. That part. You know how confirmation. And listen to what I was about to say. You know how parents don't give a damn if it's their child or not, but if their child in the wrong, they gonna scold their child? That's how divine ancestors be showing up. So, even if somebody is unaligned with their divine ancestors and they're in karmic energy or they out here on demon time, they will be scolded by their own divine ancestors on your behalf. Hello? Did I just give them a secret to why they getting their ass whooped and they trying to mask it and hide it and oh okay. Oh, okay. Okay. These guys. Yo, why I just heard Dr. Doolittle. A little goes a long way. Less is more. But you're doing a lot. But you're not doing half as much as these people doing to get attention. Okay? To be viewed in a certain light. But you're doing a lot at the same time. For example, I've been getting out here the last few videos, regular white tee, okay? Work clothes and shit. Not dressed off, not dressed up, not none of that. I'm just talking, right? I'm just running my mouth, right? I'm just yapping, right? Yeah, nah. It's a lot more impactful than what it appears, right? Or let's use this one because they love to thrive in this arena, right? These are my eyebrows. Do I need something white to let me see. This part be really pissing them off. This what be really pissing them off. No makeup. These are my eyebrows. This is my hair. It ain't take much. I wash my ass and I moisturize. I mind my business, I just honor my divine purpose, I obey the divine, you feel me? Whether motherfuckers like it or not. I like to get my nails done. You see my nails done. I like to get my nails done. They my real nails, though. They my nails. Toes done. They my toes. Ain't no fake nail on the big toe. Big toenail intact. It's mine. Oh, see, y'all masculines don't really know about that like that. In my toe, they all my toenails. They my toenails. Yeah. I'm sitting here with this regular white tee and some fucking leggings. That's it. And still go out here turning heads left and right. I ain't doing a lot. So, when I do dress how I dress, opposed to just work attire, like, bitches can't handle that shit. They can't handle it. And mind you, I feel like makeup, weave, all that shit, I feel like, that's just creativity. That's just artistic. Like, I don't have nothing against it. It's just them bitches who be trying to compete where they don't compare. It's those bitches who it go a little bit too much to their head. So you feel like I'm not seeing you type shit because you got weave in your head, right? You got makeup on, you got labels, and you got some nice clothes on. You feel me? Your body tea or whatever. So what happens if you're trying to compete with me while I'm like this in my natural form, regardless of whatever version of myself I am, even if I got a little juiciness, you trying to compete with this. So what happens if I was to put weave in my hair? If I was to put on a little makeup? Because it's going to always happen. When I decide, okay, yeah, let's tighten up. Let's tone up. Let me put on some nice clothes. What happens then? When somebody that's already like this, you trying to compete with this rawness. What happens when I do, when I put a little more pizzazz on that shit? Then what? And that's why bitches want to attack finances. Bitches want to attack stability. Bitches want to do beauty and ugly spells and beauty harvesting and destiny swapping and all that. That's why they want to do all that. Because even when I do less, so then when I do more, when I do more, it's too much. That shit funny. Right. Exactly. Anyone can look good dressed up. How good can you look all natural? Exactly. Nah, for real. For real, bro. But yeah. All right, you guys. I do have some clients tomorrow, so I need to wrap this up. So I'm chilling. Right. Right. I don't know. I just feel like for me, how I feel about myself, whether I'm just like completely all natural or I do a little more or whatever, okay? Like my fit and stuff like that, I still have that same self-love, you know? I still feel, I know that I'm beautiful, you feel me? I know that I'm a woman of value, okay? I know I'm worthy of respect and I'm worthy of honor. I'm worthy of these things, okay? Because how I show up. Just because a person, like, just, hold on, I want to say this real quick because of that paragraph. Just because I may not be dressed up all the time, or just because y'all see me like in my work attire, because yes, I am single. I don't have a husband yet, you feel me? And so I have to sustain myself. That don't mean that I don't have ways. I don't have, like, I enjoy luxury just like anybody else. Let me just say that. I've been called bougie all my life. I've been called conceited. I've been called all that. And then, but what I can say to vouch for that, that in a lot of cases when I was referred to as bougie and conceited, it had a lot to do with my boundaries. Like, niggas who really think, or a lot of females have made them think that they the shit. And so they expect me to just jump when they try to talk to me, okay, or shoot their shot, but I'm not into them. And so now all of a sudden I'm conceited, okay? Or females, you feel me, like, who want to do certain shit and I'm not into it, and I don't mind if the part of not being a part of the group. And so now, I don't know, but I enjoy luxury. And I look at it, I'm gonna be completely real with y'all because not everybody gonna agree with this. I want a real true divine man. I want one of those masculines that's like y'all the awakening. I want a man like that. And what I mean by that is I want a man who I'm trying to make sure my video is still recorded, but I just want to say that I don't want nobody thinking that I'm a 50-50 person, because no, absolutely not. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That Dear You song was actually inspired by the person that I was recently talking to or dating. Yep, that's who inspired that song. He was the first person to ever hear that. Yep. Dear You, I looked up and said my to the stars. Saw one fall, didn't know it was you. How sway, so cool. You're a native of the moon. You know what's crazy about when I wrote that song? I used that song to heal myself. I wasn't like 100% when I made that song. Like, I was a little under the weather, and you can't even tell. But I used that song to alchemize that energy as well. And that's the power of when you have like a skill or like a talent or a creativity or a gift or an ability. I'm telling you, like, these are the main tools of your alchemical advantage that you're supposed to apply in your life. All of us. And this is why, you know, creativity is, they wage so much war against creativity, or they try to pollute it to cause us more harm than good. Hence, these goddamn artists with all this influence, and they just putting out all this bullshit and these curses and spells, okay? Spell binding and all this shit. Can y'all see why I'm a problem? But I'm a solver as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, the thing is, I'm okay with departing. I'm gonna obey God, period. I'm okay with letting people go and departing from evil. You get what I'm saying? Hence, somebody could assassinate me if I don't. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can love the people, you know, but at the same time, you have to keep God above all that. Meaning, if there's ever a time when you got to depart from the people you love, you got to be strong enough to do the shit, bro. And this is why sometimes people's own people take them out that will not be me. I'll cry on 1,000 videos in this bitch before I let that be me. Easily, anyway. Y'all gonna have to try real hard in this motherfucker. And the thing is, be ye reminded, the way my ancestors, the way the angels, the way God move about me, bitch, I'm telling you, you might not wake up the next morning. You might realize you done fuck around and caught that shit. Shit. You accept an invitation to go out with your homeboy, your partner in crime, and before you realize that your partner in crime done plotted on your ass. Y'all going to hit a lick. Y'all hit the lick, and your partner in crime turn against you because they want to keep all the money, because both of y'all motherfuckers one and the same, and there's no loyalty amongst thieves. So now your partner done killed your ass. That's how the karma backfire over here type shit. If you think you gonna be fucking with me, that's how I go down. Motherfuckers think they so ruthless. Motherfuckers think they so cold. They so tough. They so this. Okay, bet. Keep that same energy then. And then that's what they do. They call themselves keeping that same energy. And then they have to meet angels, archangels, ancestors who are even more ruthless. Wow. I've been wrongfully arrested before a few times. And since I did want to share this with y'all. It's crazy that you said that. So one time when y'all know I'm a female, so there was one time they put me in a cell with this woman that none of the women wanted to be in a cell with because they were so afraid of her. And I had absolutely no fear. Tell me why this lady fucked with me the long way, bro. And that's how my life has been. Like, the people that everybody else, like the people who are like really selective, picky and choosy about who they let get close to them and fuck with them, or they may come off as very scary, intimidating. Them be the same motherfuckers that love me, adore me, fuck with me the long way. The villains, quote unquote, who are really not the villains. They just don't take no bullshit. They're the motherfuckers that I be connecting with. Just saying. The ones who really bought that action for real, you know? And people be scared of their ass, but they fuck with me the long way. Yep. Yep. You ought to run and tell that. The unspoken truth is so loud. Stand out from the crowd. Baby, it's been a while. I'm talking lifetimes. I swear we both been around, feeling like we don't belong. Ain't no more dumbing it down just to have someone around. Fucking rebound, we professional three-pointers, sharpening iron and giving pointers. Slam dunking. Celebration is overdue. I know you feel like I do. I can't get over you, babe. I only want you. Let's keep it all bad. I know I'm rare. I know you don't want to share this. That's the song I'm about to post next. That song was also inspired by the same guy. It's such a shame. For what they talk about, they don't speak this language. Chemistry is cosmic. It is so surreal. It'll make you question it. Have you all in your head? Hey, now I'm all in your bed, leaving behind my smell. Reminiscent memories give me chills. You're such a big deal. Divine, take the wheel. I love me, bro. Like, nobody, I'm telling you, nobody could ever get me to the point of crashing out to the point that I lose myself. Meaning, so y'all want me to lose my treasure. Y'all want me to lose my gold, like my valuables. Like, I'm not, hell no. I gotta be vigilant in this motherfucker. Shit. I'm always looking forward to the next goddamn song I'm gonna create because I just get better and better in this motherfucker. Like, and I oh my God, like, I just, me and these niggas can't get along. Cause they seem to always run from home, chasing thrills, giving up their throne, trying to have that, wanna have their cake and eat it too. Catching attitudes when I change the tune. Tired of hearing the same repeating song. Playing with my crown, oh you done it now. I beg you to exile. I beg you to exile. Follow the crowd type. You wanna keep up with all of the hype. You to keep up with the Jones type. I do not condone your kind. I made that song like 3-4 years ago. Nobody has ever heard it. I love me, bro. I love me so much. I love God so much. For real. You know what, y'all? We can't even get mad. All this stuff that people be doing, these ex-lovers and prospects, how hard they be fighting over our energy or like over our love and our hand. We can't, like, can we blame them? You know, they say anything worth having is worth fighting for. This is why all the uproar and chaos just always just seem to ignite. That shit is crazy as hell. Like, this movie good as fuck. When the next one coming out? Huh? When the next one coming out? This shit good as hell. I almost said some shit on accident. If you love it, let it go and it returns. And that's the thing that I'm used to too. And I feel like that's why I be going so hard. Like, when I am so deeply involved and attached with somebody that I love, like, I go so hard because I know how I am. And I know how I am. Like, when somebody really put me in a place of like feeling defensive, bro, or feeling like I cannot trust them, feeling like it's just better, I'm better off like having, you know, just staying away from them. Almost like when they've had negative impacts on me or like cause negative reactions in me, like me getting sick, me gaining weight, me, you know, whatever, you feel me? Like, and I finally overcome that. That's why, like, I really be invested, bro. Like, I really be invested when I'm in it, because they always come back. And I ain't even saying that shit to brag. It's just, I'm also saying, yo, please don't cause me any unnecessary pain that you're going to regret. I don't want the pain. I would rather us be at peace. You know, I don't want you to have to face the shame, the guilt, whatever, the humiliation of even wanting to come back. You feel me? Or you imprisoning yourselves because of your pride and you can't apologize, or you don't want to be that next one that ends up coming back or returning. Like, I don't want to create any of that. And I tried my hardest to avoid that and use my foresight, my discernment, my wisdom, you know, but a lot of these niggas would take that shit as a challenge. Like, you feel me? And it's so sad, bro, because I'm not a condescending person. Like, I don't have like that type of, I'm just not that type of energy. So it's unnecessary. It's like, bro, like, you do not have to harm me nor yourself, bro. For real. Like, let's just honor everything truthfully. Even if you don't want to be here anymore, tell me that, bro. Don't do no weird shit, bro, behind my back. Don't do that. Because I'm going to tell you. If I'm not feeling this shit, I'm going to tell you. Like, that shit be so simple to me, bro. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. It'd be hard for me to, like, trust again. You know? Like, when you just done everything to just, it be hard. At least I perceive it like it's going to be hard for me to trust again. So it's really going to take, like, divinely guided actions, or like genuine care and compassion. Like, you really putting your heart in it. You really honoring your heart and being honest about your feelings. Like, yo, I fucked up. I felt fucked up. I was afraid to face you, bro. Like, if you just be one thing to free yourself from being imprisoned by my distrust is to tell me the fucking truth. Whether I choose to be with you or not, tell me the fucking truth. And I will provide you rest. Tell me the fucking truth. That's the easiest way. Ain't no way around it either. Like, no, I don't want no gifts over the truth. I don't want no money. I don't want no dick over the truth. I want the fucking truth. Period. Period. And I'm telling you, like, there's something very ancient. Like, there's this ancient power about me where I'm just so passionate about that shit, bro. Like, fuck your dick. Fuck what you look like. Fuck your money. Fuck them gifts. Fuck the materials. If you can't tell me the fucking truth, fuck you. Like, I really have that energy. It ain't shit to talk about. If we start having a conversation and you know that the conversation that need to be had is you telling me the truth, but you steady beating around the shit, I'm going to get pissed off. I'm going to get pissed off, or I'm going to detach, I'm going to disconnect, or I'm going to dead the conversation. Because why is you still wasting my time after you already wasted my time? Don't insult my intelligence, bro. How the fuck you expect something to be peaceful if motherfuckers are imprisoned? What is your problem? The hell? The truth is free, exactly. I appreciate y'all too. Definitely appreciate authenticity, bro, through and through. And that's why I'm every bit of it, because that's what I intend to reap. That's what I intend to have around me. That's what I intend to align with, and I am and have been so. But y'all know, even with that, you know, some people we align with so they can more so embrace their authenticity when they're in the midst of a war of trying to live out their authenticity and having people strategically placed in their life to try to force them into performative energy or try to force them to some type of deceptive way of living that opposes their authenticity. Not everybody achieve or succeed with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you got to release them. You got to release them to those Decepticons. You got to release them. You got to release them to that fate. But I love God so much, bro. Why do people return and want to come back? Because when you're a child of God, like Yeshua is a child of God, okay? They want to call you a witch and a warlock and all this because now think about how Yeshua spit on his hands and touch that man's eyes and remove his blindness. Let's think about what this is actually saying and what it actually means, like how you're able to clear somebody's vision. You're able to give somebody clarity through your mouth. You get what I'm saying? Through your touch. Oh my God, bro. Your DNA. How you're able to bring somebody back to life. Let's think about what this means symbolically and figuratively. Because that's what divine beings have the power to do. That's why they come back. After we release them to motherfuckers whose every bit of intention is to destroy them, to kill, steal, and destroy them. But we have the ability to resurrect. We have the ability to heal sickness. We have the ability to heal blindness, deafness, all that. And we the type of motherfuckers, now you can't just come with $1,000 and think you're gonna buy our work that we do, because our work is holy. Our work is sacred. You're gonna pay with love. You're gonna pay with honesty and the truth. Or you're gonna get kicked out by the angels. Ain't no other way around it. If you're not coming over here with the intentions to be truthful, if you're not coming over here telling the truth to pay or regain access to me or my love or my healing impact and abilities, I'm gonna let you know right now. Somebody on my spirit team go toss your ass out. The same guy that I was just talking to, tell me why one of the dreams that my spirit team, that the Most High gave him earlier on in our relationship, I was staying in his house. He said he went to the house. Every door in the house was open. So he went in the house because the front door was open. Came down to my room at the end of the hall. My door was the only one closed in the whole house. This is his dream. Okay? He came in the room and he said, I was in the bed. I sat up in the bed and I had a blindfold on and I was holding 2 daggers across my chest, like the 2 of Swords card. He's not that versed with tarot, but 2 of Swords. And he was whispering my name. Jada. He said, with that blindfold on, I turned my head towards his direction. I didn't get up out the bed. I didn't remove the blindfold. I was still holding the daggers across my chest. Mind you, all he's saying is Jada. He ain't speaking no truth. He ain't speaking no facts. He said he looked up and the whole ceiling just was gone out of nowhere. And he seen all these beings above my head or above the ceiling, but they were they were encamping themselves around me. And he said more and more of them kept coming. He said, I don't know if there was your ancestors, if these were angels, I don't know what they were, but they just kept coming nonstop. Like, and he said it scared him. And so he looked down and he started praying. He said he started calling on Archangel Michael, started calling on Archangel, Gabriel, Raphael. Like, he just started calling archangels. So he just scared. Archangel Michael, please protect me. Right? And then he said his heavy ass hand hit his shoulder. He said the whole side of his body just sunk. He said he looked up and it was Archangel Michael. He didn't say anything to him. He said he didn't say one word to him. I think he said that Archangel Michael told him to go. I think he just said go. And he said he turned around to walk towards the door, like to leave out the room. And when he opened the door, a huge gush of wind blew his body out of the entire house. And you still try me like that? Okay. But you let your crusty ass friends tell you that it's witchcraft. That those are demons. Well, that you even said yourself who they were before I even responded to the dream. You already had trust in coming to me to interpret your dreams and felt clarity. You felt confirmed. You felt confirmation from the interpretation I would give you because you resonate with it. It feels right. Right? As it got close, when, after problems and stuff started to rise, or like basically when right after this, the problems kicked up a notch. 10:44. Ain't that something? He comes to me and he tells me about this dream. He said in a dream, there was this tree. For whatever reason, his friends was propping him up all together, like, and raising him up towards this tree for him to like get into the tree. And at first he was with it. But as they continued to raise him further up in the tree, he said all the branches turned into snakes. He was like, oh shit, put me down, stop. Like telling them to stop. Put me down, let me down, get me down, let me down. They ignored him and kept raising him up into the tree of snakes. So God gave you these premonitions and you still walked. See, I'm trying to be graceful, okay? Because, he's a hermit energy, so I know he be like watching and stuff sometimes. I'm really trying to be nice. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I want to say, you still chose to be a dumbass. And like I told him with the dream, I said, okay, the fact that you was the one able to see the snakes and they continue raising you up in the tree, either this is about you having a gift, a prophetic gift of sight, okay, that they do not have, or they were blatantly ignorant on purpose. And here's another thing, now I'm thinking about it. You know how when a person is learning how to flip or whatever it is, you can risk busting your ass? Or when somebody's learning how to skateboard, you may bust your ass? This dude is bigger than all his friends. If you really wanted to get down, if I wanted to get down, I'd rather take that fall than to be up here in a tree full of snakes. Ain't no telling what kind of snakes they are. So if I gotta kick a motherfucker in their chin, I'm kicking a motherfucker in their chin. Period. If I gotta stomp on their head, listening, he can get the point. Stomping these niggas, I'm gonna stomp on these niggas' heads. And that's okay. I'll take that fall. I'll heal. I'll be alright. I'll brace myself for the fall. But motherfuckers be scared to fall. Just like these dudes that be, traumatized, they be scared to fall in love. Motherfuckers be scared to fall. Yeah. But I'm single. I'm single. And I'm open to getting to know people. And put it out there too. Because this motherfucker ain't pop up. I don't know where he at, shit. For all I know, he don't give a fuck about me. Because where he at? And look, this how I feel. This is the type of person I am. Even though I know what's really up, I'm going to treat it like how it appears. You ain't call me. You ain't text me. You ain't nowhere around. So, well, I guess you really don't fuck with me. You really don't want me. Oh, well. Shit, I'm single. I'm open. I'm open to get to know people. I'm open and available. Oh, well. I guess you really don't give a fuck about me. Maybe you really don't. That's not saying that that's not an option. Maybe you truly just don't give a fuck about me. I know one thing. I'm going to treat it like you really don't give a fuck about me because where are you? Hello? Where you at? Where you at? I guess you really don't care. Shit. That shit hurt, but oh well. Time to move on. Yep. But all right, you guys. Conscious dreams.